glory. Beloved child of God, can a believer's name be taken out of the book of life? I know this is quite a very controversial issue, and there are arguments about this. But what did the Master, Jesus himself, say about this? In Revelations chapter 3, reading from verse 3, it says, "Remember therefore how thou hast received and heard, and hold fast, and repent. If therefore thou shalt not watch, I will come on thee as a thief, and thou shalt not know what hour I will come upon thee." Now Jesus is telling the church that what you have heard, hold fast. Now, if someone tells you, hold fast, hold it well, it means you can lose it. That is one. He says, "I'll come upon thee, repent." So he's telling them they have to repent. He's not telling them they should live in the sin. Don't forget, if you read chapter 2, he talks about the fact that a lot of the Christians are being led astray. Some of them are committing fornication. Some are, eating food sacrificed to idols. And some of them have allowed Jezebel, that woman, to be teaching them. And here he's talking about the spirit of Jezebel that was, working through a so-called prophetess in one of the churches. Take your time and read the letter of Christ to the 7 churches. Read a lot. Now, verse 4. "Thou hast a few names, even in Sardis, which have not defiled their garments." It means some of the people in the church, they had defiled their garments. They were living in sin and doing what the Lord did not want. "And they shall walk with me in white, for they are worthy." It means some of the believers in that church were not worthy because they defiled their garments. Now, "He that overcometh," verse 5, "the same shall be clothed in white garments." It is not all those in the church. It is not all the people who call themselves Christians. It is only those who did not defile their garments and those who had overcome. "And I will not blot out of the book of life." It means Jesus is saying that it is only those who don't defile their garments, those who don't involve themselves and indulge in fornication, those who are not, practicing the doctrine of the Nicolaitans, and those who have not defiled themselves. Only those people, only them, is he not going to blot out their name from the book of life. It means that if you defile your garment, he will take your name out of the book of life. Now, this is Jesus. Read it carefully. "I will not blot out his name out of the book of life, but I will confess his name before my Father and before his angels. He that has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches." So this is what Jesus is saying. He says, only those who overcome, those who live in righteousness, those who don't defile their garment, only them is he not going to blot their names from the book of life. So it means if you defile your garment, if you don't overcome, you live anyhow, you live in fornication, you practice the doctrines of Nicolaitans, anything goes. If you're a child of God, you can do anything you want, and Jesus doesn't matter. You do it, anything, you go to heaven. Jesus is saying, only those who don't practice those things, only those who don't soil their garment, only them is he not going to blot out from the book of life. Child of God, you have to overcome. And he said, this is the Master Jesus. If you have ear, those with ear, let them hear what the Spirit is saying. God bless you.